Hi, I'm Colonel Dawson Plummer, commander of the 194th Armored Brigade. And if your brigade or your organization is in a similar situation like ours with dealing with the COVID virus, we wanted to be able to share to you some of the best practices that we've been executing here within the brigade as well within the battalions all the way down to company level. A lot of these best practices start with high quality PPE. When we talk about the personal protective equipment, we're talking about masks. You'll see some with face shields. And then also, because the virus, obviously being microscopic, we get after the very meticulous aspects with not only hygiene measures, but also barracks cleaning. Some examples that you'll see will deal with soldier cleaning one behind the other instead of cleaning at the end of the day. The other thing too is, what do you do with your cadre when you're dealing with soldiers in training coming from all over the United States, some being potentially positive, some being asymptomatic, and how do you protect your cadre from it? And for that matter, how do you protect other trainees from each other? We talk about how do you cohort. We talk about with our instructors how you scrub in and out of the bubble per se. Hopefully you'll find this video helpful. And at the end of this video, we'll also provide a link so you can respond, as well as emails if you have any other questions. Once again, thank you all for viewing this video.
Your journey begins at Atlanta Airport, where you will find the atrium with the clock tower and proceed to the second floor. Once there, you will be screened by medical personnel for COVID-19, and if you do not have a mask, then you will be issued one. After answering screening questions and having your temperature checked, you will go on to a chartered bus and be on your way to Fort Benning. Upon arrival, you will be welcomed at 30th AG Reception Battalion.
Females, raise your hands. Practice. All right, pay attention. You're gonna pass your packets forward. You two will collect them. As I call off your MOS and component. 11 X-ray, regular Army. Pass it forward. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5.
If you are not coming from the airport, then you will be screened upon your arrival.
I'm going to give you your temperature, write it down, okay? 97.7. 97.9.
Everyone arriving at 30th AG will then spend 14 days in a controlled monitoring environment, where you will receive 2 tests for COVID-19. One on the first day you arrive, and then another one on the 7th day.
At no time will I ever, or another drill sergeant ever, be louder than all of you. Do you understand? Yes, drill sergeant! Every single time you sound off at the top of your lung. Do you understand? Yes, drill sergeant!
During this entire time, you will be placed in a cohort with other trainees in your class so as to limit any potential spread of COVID-19. When your controlled monitoring is complete and you have tested negative for coronavirus, you will then complete your in-processing and will soon be off to begin training at your new unit. In your new barracks, you and your peers will observe social distancing rules and regulations, such as additional spaces between beds and constant mask use. Your bunks will be spread out to be at a minimum of 9 feet from one another, and your wall lockers will be set up to face different directions. In the latrines, Every other sink and urinal will be taped off so that you maintain proper social distancing with your peers. You will see the same thing in the showers, where every other stall will be taped off. You will also have access to cleaning supplies and hand sanitizer, and you will maintain the highest standard of sanitization in your living space. We invited Command Sergeant Major Thomas D. Yadis to discuss the various mitigation measures that the brigade has put into place to keep its people safe.
Hi, I'm Command Sergeant Major Thomas Yadis, the Command Sergeant Major of the 194th Armored Brigade here at Fort Benning, Georgia. And today I'm going to explain to you how we're getting after mitigating the COVID-19 threat here at our brigade. So first off, all of our cadre wear a mask like I'm wearing to protect themselves and our trainees from the COVID spread. We enforce strict social distancing, the 6-foot bubble, to maintain that nice distance between personnel, and also enforce hand washing throughout the day. In our barracks, we have a condensed population living in close proximity. We have a mix of bleach and water. They spray down the areas to disinfect them prior to use and following usage. All of our cadre kind of scrub in and out of the bubble. It's kind of like a doctor mentality. They change their uniforms at their training bay, and before they go home at night, they change out of it so they're not carrying it home or taking it from home to work. Also, our cadre are consistent throughout a cycle. There's no cross-lane personnel, so the same drill sergeants that start with the day one, the same drill sergeants that finish at the end of the cycle. All of our meetings are conducted virtually. There's no face-to-face interaction, so again, we can communicate just as effectively, but without the need for wearing masks. It's all digital. And finally, in our barracks, we are installing a mixture of UV and HEPA filters that are proven to kill about 99.9% of the contamination. And that protects our trainees while they sleep at night in a shared environment. And that's how we're getting after reducing the spread. Thank you.
Access to your barracks will also be strictly controlled, and only individuals with a demonstrated need will be allowed to enter. This is enforced by checkpoints set up at the entrance to your barracks where all individuals who wish to enter must first be screened for COVID-19.
Somebody who's been diagnosed with COVID-19 the past 14 days.
No, I'm not.
Have you traveled outside of Fort Benning over 50 miles in the past 14 days?
No, I'm not.
Please, Sergeant, have some hand sanitizer.
UV air filters, such as the one shown here, are also being installed across the air conditioning systems within the brigade so as to further protect our soldiers. Further measures are put into place to reduce the risk of spreading COVID-19. All Army personnel are required to wear masks and maintain social distancing at all times, and reduced manning measures are in effect. During your training, you too will adhere to these regulations so that you can stay healthy and continue to train. Meal times are also significantly altered. In the dining facility, you will sit socially distanced from one another, and employees adhere to strict sanitization procedures. If you are eating MREs, then you will also sit socially distanced from one another and eat your meal. In both cases, your drill sergeants will make sure you are adhering to the standard. The safety of our soldiers will always come first, and we are constantly working on ways to improve. Once again, thank you for watching this video. If you are interested in a career with us, contact your local recruiter. We are always hiring.